guys, hope you're having a great day. So, it is time to do a party brewing video. I haven't done one in a little while. I've been playing around with things, trying to get just the right balance. So what we're going to be making today is a coconut rum. Pretty cool. So, what you're going to need for this is some booze. Now, you can either use the sugar wine and freeze distill it down. I've done a video on that, so I'll stick the link up there. Or, if you're feeling extravagant, I also have another video where I made, or may not have made, a distilled product. So I'll stick the link up there for that. If you can't be bothered to make your own booze, you can pop to the shop and pick up a cheap bottle of white rum. It's going to save you a step, because we've got some rum essence to make it taste more like a rum, which is pretty cool. Still, the process is exactly the same, and you'll end up with roughly exactly the same product when we're finished. Pretty handy to know. So, let's do this. So I decided, instead of using fresh coconut, because well, that's kind of a pain to get it out, grate it up, and steep it. It's a long process getting it nice and fine. So what I'm using, because we're going to have to add some sweetness to this anyway, is decimated coconut. Oh yes. Which basically it is dried coconut shavings with sugar. It's all kind of pre-done. Really easy. If you want to use fresh stuff, you can. It will just take a bit longer to infuse. The problem with using dried coconut is that it's going to suck up a little bit of the liquid, so there is a little bit of waste. Unless you put the shavings on top of ice cream, and it's really tasty. And alcoholic. Who doesn't like it? So, I have tried using coconut flavoring. This just is some cheap coconut essence. I did it a few months ago and I was umming and ahhing, and it does kind of work. But this is basically the type of flavoring they add to Malibu. And I noticed that you have to add a lot of sugar to this to take away the propylene glycol taste that you get in this stuff. I wasn't a fan, and since I'm not a fan of it, I'm not going to use it. But you could if you wanted to, because I know I'm going to get asked that question. So we're going to need a container to put this in. That could either be a glass one, like I store my booze in, or it can be plastic, but it has to be the right type of plastic. High density polyethylene. Oh yes, big words. For those people that don't know what that is, it's the stuff they make milk cartons out of in the UK. Also petrol cans and most chemical storage devices, because it's highly chemical resistant and, you know, it doesn't get corroded and leaching and all the rest of it. It's just a really good plastic to use because it's cheap and simple. What I'm using is my little doohickey me bob for my carbon filter. Just happens to be measurements on the side and it's easy for me. So that's what I'm going to use. So the first step is to measure out some booze. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So roughly there is going to be about 50 to 75 ml lost, which is going to be soaked up by the coconut. But again, not a problem, eat the coconut shavings, tasty. So I'm going to pour in my booze. In it goes. This could take a minute. There we go. Have a whiff. Smells like booze. So now we're going to get our coconut. Now per bottle we're going to only need about half of a packet. You can add more if you like, if you want to be decadent, but I want to balance the coconut and the rum at the same time. If you like more coconut, add more coconut. If you like more rum, add less coconut. Really simple. We like changing the recipes as we see fit. Open it up and put in roughly half a bag of the shavings. Oh, that smells good. Give it a little mix. Stick our lid on, and basically we're going to come back in a week's time. I'm kidding. No, what we're going to do is I'm going to put this to one side and I'll go and get the one that I started a couple of weeks ago. funny story. I went through and strained out my lovely coconut chunks, and I forgot to hit record, because I'm special. But you didn't miss a lot. It was basically just a filter and a pot and a sieve, and I just literally poured it into a bottle. I can't believe I did that. Oh well, never mind. It's happened. I'm sure you can work out how to stick a funnel in a bottle, a clean one, and then use a sieve to strain through some booze and remove some large chunks of coconut. Oh well, so I'm going to tidy this away, and we're going to play with our bottle of not quite yet rum booze. So apart from that small hiccup, we have, from our approximately just over 800 ml of booze, just under 75 cls of hazy coconut. Now it doesn't look a lot like, say, Malibu. This is because Malibu is made with flavouring, and this is real coconut. What I'm going to be using is this Prestige Jamaican white rum essence. Obviously, if you don't have that, you can use any other type. Or if you use rum to start off with, you don't need to do this step. We've got the Still Spirits Classic White Rum, but I'm going to use the Prestige stuff. Whoa, that's got an interesting smell to it, concentrated. So basically, one of these little bottles does one of these big bottles. So in it goes. There we go, give it a little top up. Now let's give this a damn good shake. Then we get to drink it, and it will taste hopefully fantastic. So I put my glass in the freezer and I've poured myself off a cheeky single, probably double. Yeah, double or more, that's how we do it here. Let's see how it tastes. That is really good. So Jamaican rum, unlike usual rum, has a sort of sweet and spicy note all at the same time. So if you like sweet and spicy and something a bit unusual, add in some Jamaican rum essence. If you just want plain ordinary rum, like the Still Spirit stuff, go for that. Or if you've used ordinary rum, it will taste like this one. It is really, really good. I'm getting sweet, tasty Jamaican rum and then coconut. Now the flavouring is a little bit tricksy. When you first add it in, it's kind of strong. It takes a couple of days for the rum flavouring to infuse properly and die back, but even now, it's really, really good. Oh, sweet, sweet nectar. It is 40%, roughly, somewhere around the 40% mark. And it doesn't taste like it. It tastes like coconut and tasty rum that you can drink neat. It's really, really good. Now you may be wondering how long this will store for. Pretty much indefinitely. I store mine in the fridge. It will separate over time to form like solid coconut cream. Just give the bottle a shake and it's good to drink again. If you don't like this, you can filter it through a very fine filter to remove a lot of the creamy goodness, but why would you? It's really tasty. Cheers. Oh, this is so naughty. Should be banned. But that's how you make some cheapy coconut rum that tastes really good. I'm going to enjoy that. So I hope you enjoyed the video, found it useful, giving you some ideas of things you can do. Don't forget to check out some of the other ones, and well, subscribe if you feel like it. Carry on homebrewing, guys. See you later. Rum. So I just want to take a second to thank my patrons. They're helping me grow the channel, upgrade my equipment, all of that fantastic stuff. And as a thank you to them and for future patrons, I also do 4 Patreon-only videos per month. So it's pretty handy if you want a little bit extra. So there's some other links to videos down below, and of course the Patreon and subscribe button. don't forget to check those out. See ya.